Y'all need the dialogue. Talk to 'em. Pick your mics up. Pick your mics up.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. We are on day 4 of Chicago Cigar Week, the 5th year in 2026. So, in the background, that table there, you'll see those are going to be our panelists for our Cigar 101, which is going to be an educational uh, in service, if you will. We have some folks here from the spirits industry. We have some cigar enthusiasts on the panel. And we have our own podcast mate, our A.M. Michelle. She's going to be hosting us. So, as things get finished wrapping up, we're going to begin. And in the meantime, one of our features vendor, Diplomatico. So if you're familiar with the sipping rooms, Diplomatico is here. And we also have Sydney sessions. She has confection. And there's going to be some here. She has fudge and all the things, all the sweet treats for your delight and hearing pleasures, because that's what this event is geared around. Today, it is geared around pairing cigars with sweet treats and non-traditional spirits. What you got cooking?
Well, places is filling up, and we're about to get started to hear the panels and what they had to speak about and introduce what they have for us. I look forward to the education part and just ready.
A little no.
Oh yeah.
This is the connoisseur number 1. Last year, when we were here, I purchased the box, and I just opened that box for the first time, and I'm smoking it for the first time. So it's been resting in my humidor for a full year. And it's just as fantastic as it is, even without the extra aging.
Wonderful. I was going to ask. Setting well, burning well.
My favorite Vitola, the Lancero. I love this.
All right. Well, I must say, good vibes coming through the door. Everyone's trying to get situated, as you can see. Have a little cam of the room, what's going on around here, and everything is looking good. And I think the countdown is on.
Now, in a few moments, looks like we're going to be getting started. Everybody's getting settled. And I think we are good. Are we ready? This is Cigar Rockstar. One of our panelists.
Just scanning the
A
room.
little sip of Basil Hayden, I know, because I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be talking about some things from the aficionado perspective.
All right.
I believe we just captured some words from Cigar Rock Star.
Okay.
Yeah,
Our
everybody's
beautiful
looking.
Test
AO
one, two.
Michelle about to get
God
Test one,
ready.
bless
two.
you.
To get ready
Test one,
to
two.
moderate for us this afternoon. So it's going to be a little loud. So I hope you guys can hear until we get
Test
started.
one, two.
But for those of you who know, who we have in the room, we have phenomenal fee. If you're ever looking for a bad brim, holler at your girl. She is
Test,
in
test, test,
Dallas.
test.
And we have Cigar Mike. You all know
Yes.
Cigar Mike. Everybody knows Cigar Mike. He's on panel. He is out of Atlanta. In case you are not familiar.
Right.
Our chief there, Mr. Stoney Gillespie, also our podcasting founder and creator of Chicago Cigar Week, getting some things in order. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah, this is stop one of three. Stop one of three. Day 4. Stop one of
Test
three.
one, two.
Yeah,
That's gonna let you know.
more events.
Woo.
So this is the first up today.
Right.
Give a shout out to the restaurant where we have that fabulous breakfast.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
What was it? A cup of Joe.
Cup of
right?
Joe. Oh my goodness.
Cup with a cup.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes. Delicious. Delicious breakfast.
Fantastic.
That is
I'm not
right.
even kidding. They are concept-wise similar to Peach Valley Cafe, Kiki's. They're, early morning open to around this time of day. Fantastic food, great service, all the things. So if you're ever out way, we are out in, we gotta say where we are. We're at the Little Havana Cigar.
Little Havana Cigar Lounge.
The restaurant is probably about 5-10 minutes from not far. Beautiful area out here. And they are and on fumes, so white girls a little sleepy, but we're gonna make it do what it do.
Yeah.
Our patrons, the background, and it's catching.
Definitely.
And some of our cigar family from Florida. Shout out to all my family from Florida. That's Peace and Cigar Society here representing my Tampa folk here representing, and of course I am representing OTEC in Orlando.
So yes, Little Havana is located in Frankfurt.
Okay.
Frankfurt. That's where we are, Frankfurt, Illinois. So most definitely, if you're out here, you have to visit. Nice vibe, nice setup, as you can kind of see. And it's just all around a good time.
And little factoid that the owner told us last year. This used to be a bank, and he has really turned this into a phenomenal place. If you're looking at the pan of the listening audience, this was the drive-thru. This was the Taylor drive-thru. Look at it now. It's a beautiful repurposed patio for I'm in Florida, so it's 100+ degrees. So right now it's 70s out here. Great sticks. We're going to have great tasting pairing with diplomatical rum. And I believe we have 12 years, which is my biggest, and and 8 or 10 years. So we're going to be having those as well, and some other spirits, alcohol, right? And not what you would typically think. There's some vodka and all the things. So once we go live Q&A discussion, you'll hear more about those spirits. There's also another spirit here now, and which I cannot see from here. But once introductions are done,
Nobody was here.
I'm going to be
Nice.
a little quieter in the background so you guys can hear. So there you see Diplomatico. Who is also on the panel. We have a cigar roller here who is inside this year. Check out
Nice.
very interesting bar and seating area up front. Paddle stand, all the things. What's not to love? It's 74 degrees.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the weather. Beautiful, beautiful weather. Yes.
Now, do we have time to say what's next after this event?
Even you know your product.
If you can take your seat, we're about ready to start.
We'll pause for that. We're about ready to start.
We're about ready to start. Thank you guys for coming out today. Thank you for joining us at Chicago Cigar Week 2026. It's the 5th year anniversary of Chicago Cigar Week, so big ups to Stoney. Thank you. We appreciate you. We want to thank Juan and Little Havana for hosting us today. And we have a panel of amazing people here for pairing and cigar expertise. Cigar Mike. Cigar is a name in the industry. Is the host of all hosts. What it is we do and how we impact people and communities.
First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am your sister, not only the sister of the leaf, I am your sister. I am Dr. Anastasia Psomiadi, a global strategist and professor at the university in social innovation and sustainability, and I am a cross-sector partnership architect. So I bring together governments, private sector, academia, and faith-based organizations. But in 2017, I decided to have a hobby to establish sort of global movement. So what is sort of global movement? And I feel more comfortable to stand up. Oh, better this way. Well, who gives a fuck about cigars? Why? Yeah. Yeah. Who gives a fuck about cigars? We don't give a fuck about cigars if our world is full of discrimination, of injustice, favoritism, dirty environments. We don't give a fuck about cigar if our world is bad and we have a bad relationship. And why do we love cigar culture? Why do we love cigar culture? Bringing us together. Brotherhood and sisterhood. Family. Yeah. What? Yeah. So, exactly. We don't love cigar culture just to escape of a world that we don't like, but just to improve the world and the communities and the rooms that we are in and belong to, right? To improve them. We have the responsibility to improve them, to improve our world, because all of us, we are leaders in our lives, family, friends. So, what is sort of global movement? It's not about cigars. That is what about. Sort of global movement is a global platform for advancing women's in leadership and creating, together with men and women, a better world to live in. That's why sort of global movement had created educational programs, a maestro school. We have, with Tobacconist University, we have certified more than 50 sommeliers through our maestro school globally. And we create network opportunities. And we don't give a fuck about members, because we give fuck about leaders. We don't have members. We collect and we prove our presence through leadership. A leader is from Tampa, cultural ambassador, because it's about culture. From Tampa, Michelle is here. We have many leaders here in Chicago, like Melissa, Susanna, Tamika, and our great partner, Tony, the founder. And we are here in a great cigar lounge that the previous year, have you ever been here? Did you? Yeah. Did you came here during the cigar week that this lounge had been certified as women friendly? Yes. Yesterday we had the honor and personal honor to certify Stony and Chicago Cigar Week as the first cigar week in the world that is women friendly. Cigar destination. It's a global cigar destination. And not only Stony created, all of you create this. So, women friendly is a cultural standard. It's not about women. It's about togetherness and leadership. And we create the opportunity for implementing the intelligence of women, the beauty, the elegance of women to implement in this world. So I just would like to leave this lounge today and ask ourselves, why are we smoking cigars? We are smoking cigars and we create a better world, a better environment for us and our family while we are smoking cigars. So thank you so much, and we are open for questions and discussions here. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Anastasia. Next, I think we're going to talk to Daryl Bester regarding Copan Vodka. Can you tell us, please, more about your brand, how you started, and where you are now?
Definitely. Copan Vodka.
Hold on, hold on.
Wait a minute. You didn't sound like that. Hold on. Hold on, finish before I tell you because I'm sitting comfortable. Because I was talking over everybody, loud music. Now I'm sitting down and I'm relaxed. Having some Copan Vodka, using Copan Vodka, and hopefully I'll get to make you a slow penetration. So Copan Vodka, Copan means to share with friends. I started the brand in 2023. I came from the cannabis space, so in the cannabis space, I'm known as Buddy Love. Buddy Love.
You heard him, folks.
Out in the world, man said, discover something different. Traveled a lot of hole-in-the-wall joints in the city, so I felt I could move the weight, So came up with Copan. Decided I wanted to do something different than an average vodka. We wanted to be more of a sipping vodka, something that you can relax and not worry about. Chicago is a shooting community with a shot and a beer, right? So with us, we wanted to do something where we can sit just like this, be relaxed, have a stick, and sip, let it marinate. You want it to tingle over your palate, so to speak. So that's what we did. So we started doing our thing, getting it produced. Why are you laughing? Getting it produced, and this is where we are right now. We're in different locations because we're more a luxury brand. So we really don't emphasize being on retail shelves because we want this closeness. So that's why most of the time when I go out, I go out. I can send people out to do tastings, but it's more effective when I do it. That way I can leave an impression and you understand when I say I want to share my time with you with Copan Vodka. Share my time with you. Copan. So if you get an opportunity, come see me later today at Noro's, and hopefully I'll get to make you a slow penetration with the black vodka. There we go. I'll be ordering a case. Does that vodka the voice? I need the voice you yes. Okay, yes. That's a little thing. You can check me out on Booze Brother #1 on the podcast, The Booze Brothers. Yes, on WBON. Morning on Saturday.
We're talking about one podcast in here. This one. That's this one. Smoking Jacket. That's it.
Smoking Jackets.
Okay, we're gonna move on with the interviews. I'd like to introduce the beautiful Sydney, owner of Sydney Sensations. Sydney, would you mind giving us a little background on you, how you got started, and tell us a little bit about your brand?
So I actually said my name is Sydney. I actually started my business back in 2005, back when I was still in school. And it kind of started to progress when I went to high school. I went to Chaz, and so we had different pathways. So I took food science, and so I trained under the food scientist there. She taught me like cake decorating and the science behind things. So how baking soda interacts with your goods, and how the science actually works behind the food. And so from there, when I went to college, I actually went to Ohio State and I worked at the bakery on campus. I trained under that food scientist there. And so started learning different things. And so when I came back home, I launched my business again. And so then at that point, I decided that I wanted to make it a mother-daughter thing. And so, you know, I'm trying to expand my business a little bit and teach my daughter how to start her own business as well. And so for me, I personally just enjoy making the desserts. I enjoy watching people eat them and, you know, the different facial expressions when they taste all of the different notes and all of those things. And so actually my father was a cigar smoker and he really enjoyed eating my chocolate chip cookies with his cigar. And so one of his friends likes to drink his coffee with my peanut butter cigars. And so at that point, I started recognizing like maybe this is an untapped market here. Like most people don't think to pair a dessert with their cigar. And so at that point, I started doing a little bit of research of, you know, what are these flavors that I can pull out? You know, what can I pair it with? Can I infuse a cake with bourbon? Can I infuse a cookie with bourbon? And so just kind of created a whole product line and just kind of trying to get it out there. So we have our morning desserts, you have your like midday smoke, and then you have like your evening dessert. So like I have a cake jar, it's the nightcap jar. So this is like your evening jar that you eat with like your late night cigar. And so on my labels, I actually tell you like what is actually in it. So obviously you have like your chocolate bourbon cake with the whipped bourbon ganache, but then also the flavor profile, what you're looking for. So you have your vanilla, the caramel, the cocoa, the toasted oak. And then on the bottom of the label, it'll tell you what to pair it with. So for instance, this nightcap jar, you'll pair it with a medium to a full body cigar. It also pairs with Maker's Mark, Buffalo Trace bourbon, Woodford Reserve, double oaked, old fashioned, or dark rum. And for some people who don't necessarily drink alcohol like me, you may want a little wine or something a little softer. You can pair it with a Zinfandel or something like that. And so just trying to, you know, kind of see what people's flavor profiles are, what they like, and trying to create different desserts. So that's kind of where I am with it.
Definitely appreciate you and the details. Look, Sydney looks like she's about less than 20 years old. I was a little worried that she wasn't going to be able to do
I
it.
promise I'm legal. I'm 32.
Well, thank you, Sydney. We truly appreciate you. Thank you. Quick question, though. Did you give us any information on how we would contact you outside of this venue?
Yes. So on my table, I actually have my business card. So it has the QR code that will go directly to my website. And so you can make orders through there, look at my menu, look at all of my previous orders. My phone number is also on there. But if you want to follow me on social media, I have an Instagram, Sydney.sensations. And so you'll see all of the different vendor events that I'm at, all of the previous orders that I've had and different things like that.
Thank you. Thank you. Can we get this? Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So I'm actually a cottage business, and so there are rules and stipulations around what I can and cannot ship. So if you're in Illinois, there are things that I can ship. I can also ship to friends and family as a gift, but on the business side, because I am a cottage operation, which basically means I operate out of my home. And so I do register with like the public health department and things like that, but I don't work out of a commercial kitchen. So there are limitations to what I can do outside of state lines, if that makes sense. We're gonna talk offline. Okay?
Right. Exactly. We are resilient people. We know how to find a workaround for sure. All right. Next, we're going to hear from Carlos Cuarta. Diplomatico Rum. Tell us about Diplomatico Rum and how you got started.
Only you pronounce my last name.
Cuarta.
She's right. She's right in the heart. All right, my name is Carlos Cuarta. I am originally from Venezuela, living here in Chicago for about 26 years. I started the hospitality industry in 2005, working as a bartender, learning how to become a good bartender. But my idea always was to get educated at the level that today I haven't stopped as I always say, I will die learning. Period. Then after I start the bartender industry, I have my idea really clear about what I want to do. And my point was to be, I say, involved with a lot of education, but take approach from the kitchen to the bar. This is a lot of learning. And then I started, as I say, bartending, education, working in places. But my goal was keep moving on and start working with different categories and do education, because in life, if you don't give back, you lose. Period. Whatever I learn, I always pass it to the people, because for what reason do I have to keep it just for me? And then I start working with one brand, two brands, always as a freelance. I don't want to be ID as a one category. I can work any simple category. When we talk about a spirit, I can do cocktail classes. I can do, I will say, develop cocktail program. You name it. Then, one of the things that through the years, because this is a progression, that happened is I joined the cigar world like about 10 years ago. And nothing wrong. Cigars and spirit. Wow. This is amazing, amazing pairing. And since then, I'm working with a lot of brands. This is not the only one that I'm representing, which is today Diplomatico Rum from my mother country, which is Venezuela. We are going to talk about that a little bit later. And you are going to enjoy two rums that they really make a really a good contrast and also a good pairing with a lot of cigar. But this is for later. And this is what I do for living my life, is in between cocktails, spirits, cigar, and the most important part, people. Period. All right, that was me, Carlos Cuarta.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I didn't give everybody the opportunity to give us your contact information. So if you could share with us your websites, if you have QR codes on your tables and we can scan those, fine. But if you could share your website, no, stop. Let me tell y'all, I cannot and will not. I would drop dead first. I cannot and will not forget my favorite person on this planet right now, Cigar Rockstar. If you don't know him, you're going to get to know him today. This man is infamous in this culture in terms of bringing people together and keeping the energy high and uplifted. This is your guy, Cigar Rockstar. Tell us who you are, for those people who don't know.
Oh man, that's some big shoes right there. I appreciate that. Well, Cigar Rockstar, I think if you haven't been on social media, you haven't been, but I'm posting on social media. I think people know me from social media. I have a lot more to me than that. I look up to Mike a lot. Yeah. I'm also so I guess some announcements. I'm also the curator of Cigar Rocktober, which is my cigar festival I do every year. I'm about to do my 5th year. I respect Sony so much. I know, man, come on, man. Sony Records 5 years, bro. I know what it is, bro. Man, come on. I'm also on the management team for Dallas Smoke Fest. We're our 3rd year doing Dallas Smoke Fest. It's November 4th and November 8th. I'm also an ambassador for the Smokeout Series, Louisville, Charlotte, St. Louis, and I think there's gonna be a cruise next year. Charleston as well. And I have a lipstick brand out as well that I created for female cigar smokers. It's called Cigar Rockstar Beauty. And if Linnell can kind of stand up,
Some today.
she's rocking the red. Look at it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Misty actually has some Cigar Rockstar lipstick.
Hey,
So make sure you give the ladies the website in order to purchase.
For sure. CigarRockstar.com, of course. I don't know. I'm just a man who loves love, who shares love. Just want to spread love. I don't look towards the negativity. I know sometimes it's shunned upon me a lot, but who cares about that? Kind of like Hunter said, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So we here, we developing community, we developing us as people, we're having a good time, we're smoking this stuff, we're communicating, we're networking. I'm just here, man. I just love to be here. I love to be part of this culture. I'm glad I'm a culture mover, and hopefully you guys just enjoy the show. That's all.
Thank you. Did you give us the website for Cigar?
Yeah, so man, you know what? Maybe this is social, but everything is Cigar Rockstar. Everything. So cigarrockstar.com, on Facebook, Cigar Rockstar. My name on Facebook as well is Mir King. Instagram, TikTok, all of that. I have a bunch of social media platforms. Just cigar. If you Google Cigar Rockstar, you're definitely gonna find some stuff about me. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions about anything? Y'all just ready to start pairing and tasting, aren't you? Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this panel up. Again, I think that from a couple of our staples in the cigar culture, not that we all aren't, we are, but I'm speaking of the three people in the middle of this panel, Dr. Anastasia, Cigar Mike, and Cigar Rockstar. It's all about culture. Culture is all about bringing people together, inclusivity, no separation, not the negativity. We have to let that go, continue to build each other up, empower each other, and work together to get things done. Okay. Sony, did you have anything for us? No. Sony hates public speaking, so I'm trying to put him on the spot.
No.
All right, guys, that concludes our panel interview for today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I think we're going to be.
One thing I would like to add, like you did last year, we had some amazing time for wine. Let's go ahead and get a chance to talk about wine as well. What we're going to be doing, we're also going to be doing the panel. So basically, we have different spirits we're going to be tasting. So we're going to do those as well. So we're also putting out some Chicago Cigar Week tasters. So everybody get one of these individual ones. They also give you tests to go around.
Juan?
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Juan Merced. We very, very much appreciate you all, and we appreciate Sony. It's everything that's to do with Chicago Cigar Week. Thank you all for being on the panel. A little bit on when we started. I'm not sure if some of you were here last year. This used to actually be a very small bank. This was the drive-up teller lanes, actually. So if you see like the concrete strips here, that's where the teller tubes came down. It is. Yeah, so I funny story about that museum. I negotiated that into the deal. It was never part of purchasing the property, but I was like, this is a quick way of getting some cash off the asking price. So it's not hindering the business, so I negotiated that in there. But yeah, this used to be all bulletproof glass for the teller windows. We actually cut a hole in the wall here, put the safe right out the building. We used the safe. My family member actually had it re-comboed and all that good stuff. But he owns a construction company, and he did all of this work in exchange for the safe. So yeah, it was an interesting time to purchase this during COVID. But it all worked out. We're going on 4 years open, so we very much appreciate everybody here, and thank you again. Oh, one last, I got a little sales pitch. We do have a hand roller inside if you have not seen them yet. If you do purchase 3 708 cigars, okay. You will get 1 hand rolled free. And our address here is 7645 West St. Francis Road in Frankfort, Illinois. And if you're free Saturday, Dave Lafferty from Dunbarton Trust, they usually pick 1 or 2 places every state to host an event at. And we're typically that place every year. Well, at least have been for the last 3 years. He will be here on site Saturday, and we'll be having a really, really big event here too as well. And that's from 4 to 8 p.m. So thank you all very much. Oh, and there are some snacks over there, like sweets. Please help yourself. Water, ice in the blue cooler over there. So please feel free to help yourself. Thank you all.
Michelle, may I add something? Thank you. Juan, I have been very close to you and your efforts since day one.
Yes.
Me and Lefty, my husband. So I would like to give a shout out to women leaders that are representatives of Soto Global Movement from more than 40 countries in the world, from Vietnam, Cambodia, Panama, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Spain, Mexico, Guatemala. We have United Kingdom, Italy. We have more than 40 countries representatives. So, as I told you before, we are open for creating new leaders, not new members. So we are going to give you the tools. We are here. If you have an idea how you can get engaged with us, you can reach out to Michelle, the head ambassador here, or me by sending me an email, and we are together to create a better world.
So be ready to work.
So I know we ended, but can I ask a couple questions?
Yes, absolutely.
There's some beautiful, great people on this panel right now, and I heard some things I'm curious about. Maybe you guys are scared to ask questions. Maybe I don't know. But Luis, I want to ask you. You mentioned something about you started in 2019. You really wasn't into the tequila space. So how that learning curve, how that process go? You're like, oh man, okay, I'm learning about tequila now. So, what was that trigger moment, and how that come about?
Well, basically, I started back in 2019, but the product, the Hitas, has been in the family since 2007. And every time we would go to Mexico, visit my grandparents, the love was there. And every time we would be out there, we would bring it into the U.S. We would share the love here with our family network, people that we network, and I would always get good feedback. So 2019 came around and opportunity came in. I used to personally, back in the day, I worked for 26 years at Allstate Insurance Company. I wanted to, do something different. I was married before and then got divorced. But at the same time, I wanted to leave a legacy the day I leave to my children and being able that they're proud of me, who I am. And that's where it started. It's been a journey learning tequila. But as I mentioned previously, having the right team together, supported. Tajitos is not just me. Tajitos is actually a team. And through that team, I'm here today.
I like that. Well, anybody else got anything? I want to. Sometimes I feel like I take all I want to. I'm just curious. So I want to ask this lady to my left over here. Everybody loves food. Everybody loves cakes. You mentioned a lot of education, a lot of science, some of the science and everybody nature. My grandma taught me that no recipe, just going something. You know what I'm saying? So how did going the education and science and all that help produce maybe something? Did you pair that with the knowledge that maybe some ancestors taught you, or is it all science behind it, or how that come across? You pairing this? Is the science was just working out, or how'd you do that?
So for me, I was not fortunate enough to have women to teach me how to cook or bake. So I had to learn most of that through school and through my education and, through trial and error. And so, when it comes to any kind of meal, knowing what went wrong in a recipe will let you know how to fix it. But not only that, you learn how to play around with things, how to have substitutes. So for instance, yesterday we had the event at Casa. And so I made all of these beautiful jars and brownies and everything. And I made a certain number of everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to see what's my best seller, what's not my best seller, what's going to sell and what isn't. And so, for instance, my bourbon brownie sold out within 2 hours. So I'm up at 4:30 trying to get these, bourbon brownies pumped out. And then I realized, okay, I ran out of my bittersweet chocolate. You have to fall back on that science. What can I substitute to get that same flavor without affecting the texture? What's going to, bake properly? What's going to melt properly? You have to know temperatures, because if you burn your chocolate, you have to start all the way over. You can't bring that back. But in learning it and doing this last night, I realized you can add a little bit of heavy cream. You can try to, bring that chocolate back together. So it's going to always go back to the science of how those chemicals and how the different properties of them come together to create the texture and the flavor and all of those things that you're looking for. So I think for me personally, you have to fall back on a little bit of both. So baking can be fun. You can play with different flavors. So back when I was in college, I used to play with cupcakes. Cupcakes are my favorite. You get to do unlimited things with them. So I used to substitute random things. So I made cupcakes with baby food before. I made cupcakes with baked beets. So, you dry the beets in the oven and then you mix it into your cake batter. I've made spicy cupcakes. So you take the sriracha hot sauce and you mix it with the chocolate cake, and it creates this balance of flavors, and you have contrasting flavors and different things like that. So I definitely think that the science is one thing, but also just playing around and seeing what you like with textures and all of those things. You can come up with an unlimited amount of desserts and even food. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
What a great partner. I'm all right, my friend. All right. Cigar Mike. Question. What is your best advice for people that want to get initiated in the cigar?
It's on the business side or just as a
Officially.
So you have, we all know this, you have cigar smokers and you have people who smoke cigars. And it's up to you to figure out what person you want to be. And one thing that I don't like is when people go in and they start smoking and 15 hours later go, yeah, we're going to change the culture. You don't understand. How do you change something that you're not a part of? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you go out tomorrow and buy a Ferrari, it doesn't make you part of Ferrari culture. I could be more ingrained in Ferrari culture than you and never have a Ferrari. But I can tell you about every single engine and every Ferrari that's came out over the last 30 years. So that's the difference. It's all right to smoke cigars. It's all right to be, it's fine. But if you want to say you're a cigar smoker, and I say, hey, well, what are you smoking? I don't know this. You just smoke cigars, sir. You know what I'm saying? There's no more conversation that needs to be involved. Because the level of education that you choose to have on something that you're putting into your body. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm smoking. But I am part of cigar culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of my job. I'm a curator of culture. And part of that is welcoming people incrementally. When you look at cigars, by and large, 3 people stop smoking every day, at least. Somebody dies. Somebody's doctor says, hey, you know what? Somebody's husband or wife goes, you know what? 20 years, we're gonna put that down. So a minimum of 3 people stop smoking every single day. And we don't embrace the younger people. Okay, yeah, he got on a tight suit, but he came in the door. And if he's willing to sit down and talk and learn, that's great, because this is a culture that can literally die if we don't embrace people. And going back to things that you say, the person that you're embracing may not look like you. They may not speak the way that you speak. They might not eat the same things that you eat or drink what you drink. But embracing that person into the culture, into this, because this is why we're all here. We came from all across the country. You could be smoking in your backyard right now. But you came here for the culture. You came here for the fellowship, the camaraderie. You see people you haven't seen since the last Chicago Cigar Week. You see people you see at every cigar week you go to. And it's the same thing. So if you want to be a part of this, it's all about the steps that you're willing to take. You can come in and sit in the corner, smoke your cigar, and never talk to anybody, that's fine. Or you can come in, well, it's kind of hard because somebody's going to be like, hey, so what you smoke? We don't make you talk. You walk into places, we're going to shake your hand anyway. Hey, how you doing? It's the first time here? Yeah, because that's the culture. That's what we do. So like I said, being a part of this culture can be as easy or as hard as you want to make it. It's up to you.
It's like you have to, in some way, I would say, you have to ID the type of mentoring that person is looking for.
Yes.
You want to have a cigar, or you want to just be part of the culture little by little, knowing that you know nothing, but you need the guidance.
Yes.
All right, perfect.
And then people, it starts with you being honest with yourself. And you know, guys, we're kind of, it might be your first cigar. I'm like, hey, what, I'm good. Yeah, you know, I'm just, and you choking out over in the corner. That's not the cigar for you, sir. You know what I'm saying? And in this culture, it's all right because if I'm looking at this beautiful lady and she's smoking, I'm going to ask her, hey, what are you smoking? See? Yeah. So now I know that. I know she's smoking it. Why? What are you tasting? What are you getting from that? So now I can say, well, hey, let me get a 708 Connect. You got to be honest with yourself. First thing first. You can walk in. It's all right to ask questions. You don't look bad. You don't look stupid. You don't. I might tell a joke just because I'm fucking petty. But it's all in love. But you got to be open to it. So again, I think the first thing first is be honest with yourself in what you want to do. What is your purpose for smoking a cigar? Because you can pick people out. I can pick out the people who just want a neighbor. You're smoking a cigar, you hold a cigar like this. And every 3 seconds you hand out your business card. Sir, I have 80 car dealers in my phone. I don't need to buy a car from you. I will buy a car from this guy because we smoke together. We had some drinks. So I enjoy his company. He told me about his kids or whatever. Like, okay, well, shit. He sells Maserati. You buy my Maserati from him. I'm not gonna buy something because you gave me a business card. You know what I'm saying? So you can pick those people out. I'm gonna do this for the network. Okay, it's not gonna last long for you, sir. Not gonna go well. No. Sorry, that was long. You guys really have nothing to do, do you? This is weird. Thank you.
Any other questions? Sure. Audience question. We have a couple of audience questions, so we'll start with the lady here.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I have a question for actually these two gentlemen right here with the tequila and the vodka. I noticed the different bottles. If you could explain the difference in each bottle. I'm sorry, the two gentlemen right here with the tequila and the vodka. If you could explain the difference in each bottle and what they could possibly pair well with, that would be greatly appreciated.
We'll start with Luis. You have the mic. Somebody still a mic. Here we go. There we go.
All right. So basically, Fajitas has 4 presentations, 4 SKUs. We start with the Blanco, which is the blue bottle. Basically, that one is basically your foundation of all the 4 tequilas. So this is basically, it's very citric smelling, peppery, earthy. It pairs very well either with, very well with a margarita, Moscow Mule, mojito, a little splash of tonic, a little twist of lemon orange. You could also do it just with the lemonade. That's basically what Blanco is. Something we came out very unique with my master winemaker is basically our Rosado Blanco. Our Rosado Blanco is basically our Blanco. It's aged for 28 days on an ex Cabernet Sauvignon barrel. And during those 28 days, that's right, extracts the light pink color and all the flavors off of it. That one pairs very well with any tropical drinks, as well with any, for example, like strawberry lemonade, a cosmopolitan. That would go very well with that. Moving on, we have the Reposado. Our Reposado is actually aged for 9 months on a combination barrel of an oak barrel and a white wine barrel, which is Chardonnay. That one you're going to get notes like peach, honey, vanilla, nothing infused, everything actually extracted from the harvesting of the barrels through the support of the master blender and the barrels. That is very good for nice premium cocktail drinks too, or sipping tequila. Moving on, we have the Añejo. And mentioned before, our Añejo is actually aged for 18 months on an ex-bourbon barrel that is charred. So you're going to get that bourbon, smoky, coffee, chocolate, caramel, vanilla, roasted nuts. That one personally for me is when I was starting the journey with tequila, I go back with Juan. We started looking into pairing something, and that Añejo really pairs with a nice medium body or an actual a Maduro cigar. And I really love that. It's basically Añejo. And that one you can also pair it with, for example, an old fashioned espresso martini, a Manhattan. I like an old fashioned smoky. It's phenomenal. It's just like bread and butter.
So what cigar are you smoking with that one? I noticed you're drinking that one. What's he smoking one?
The one that comes from Connecticut to Amiga. Oh, that's yeah. That's new. That's a new release by them. Or is that a 708? I'm so sorry.
No, it's fast.
Yeah, so that's the new Super Misa that they released. We just had it on the shelves. We just got it a week ago. So because of the event Saturday, we were able to get them in. So they're pretty good. It starts off pretty light to medium, and then at the end it kicks up to a little bit full body.
Thank you.
And he's not lined up. The old-fashioned smoke to get a pairing here was amazing. Which tequila did you use for that one? I can't remember. And yellow. It was an awesome pairing. I think you sold out as well, right? And all these bottles, the tequila bottles, are also at all the Binnies in Chicagoland area, and also at Bootleggers at the liquor store, literally right next to this plaza. So it's walking distance. It's part of the plaza here. So if anybody does like them, you can more than welcome to grab them right there.
I think Luis owes you.
I'm a salesman by heart. Sorry.
Thank you, Luis. We can pass the mic over to Dee and you can answer the young lady's question.
No more. Hey, you watch your tone. Hey, you watch your tone. Okay? Watch your tone. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. Okay. All right. Coupon, like anybody, you know, you can do your Moscow Mule, or you can do a lemon drop. But with the black, because it sits heavier, we do it as more design. So, like when I said with the slow penetration, it's a lemonade base, anywhere from a half to a 3/4. Then we drizzle the black over the top, and then we let it stir slowly. Then lemon drop, basically. Yes. So, but the silver we can do, like I said, your basic lemon drop. And like I said, it pairs well, does a Moscow Mule. Now, as far as the smoking, anything I say is sweet. So I like crazy apples. Just like them because it's a nice sweet texture. And what I normally do, I dip the end of the cigar in and I let it infuse right there. And so it gives it time to marinate. So then when you do take that draw, you'll get all the textures and the taste. So everything is always sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, well.
Thank you. We have another audience question, Bonnie.
Well, my name is Bonnie. With Cigar Mike, you encouraged me to ask this question because no question is stupid. So definitely, I would love to hear from you, Cigar Mike and Cigar Rockstar. What's a good comeback line for men that judge women negatively, that smoke cigars unfingers? And sometimes I find myself, happily said, sometimes I find myself struggling, like some people have not embraced the stigma that comes with this male-dominated culture. I work in a male-dominated industry, but I find even like my coworkers, I have coworkers and they're shocked if they see me smoking a cigar in my car or just being out smoking cigars. So what's a good response to those people that haven't graduated to the college?
So you want the political response or you want my response? My response is for you too. Here's the thing. Trust me, I know this. You can't, somebody who doesn't get it, they're not gonna get it. You can date that person, and every time you go to the cigar, you just go to the cigar. Oh, you smell like smoke. And then, if they ain't strong, they're not gonna last in here. Because when you come in and everybody see you and they hugging on you and loving on you, who's the dude in there? Who's Rockstar? Who's this Cigar Mike guy? You gave him a hug. Who's that? You don't want to deal with that. I mean, find somebody who like what you like. I like who like me. Other than that, fuck you.
Thank you for that.
So I know you didn't ask the question to me, but I want to tap in just because I've had a similar experience. So me also, same boat, being single. I've had my pictures with me smoking cigars and say that's unattractive. You know, like a cigar, you're masculine. Be strong in who you are. Like what you like. Okay, I like cigars. You like smoke cigars. Smoke cigars. So you know, at my house, so me personally, I enjoy space. I want to be able to have that space. So when I want to be around people, I'll go to a smaller lounge that gives you that family vibe. So you know, it's a lounge right by me called Q's. It's it's like a police and fire bar. It's really small, really intimate. I go to those areas. I'll sit in the corner, pop out my book, and mind my business. If somebody comes and they talk to you, you start a conversation, great. If not, I'm content with being here by myself in my own space. But if I don't want to be around people, but I want to enjoy my cigar, I have cigars for the house. So each thing they don't
We have another audience question, Tanya. Oh,
I just want to respond real quick.
yes,
I
absolutely.
want to copy off my brother right here. Fuck him. You know, fuck him. Don't fuck them, but fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You don't find somebody that's gonna love every single morsel of your body and every single aspect of who you are as a person. And if they can't come out here and enjoy a fucking cigar, or at least sit there and enjoy a drink while you enjoy your cigar, fuck them.
I want to. Last one. Then we go to the next question, I guess. So I read in the magazine, and Doc, you can maybe you know about demographics more than I do, but I think the female demographic is the fastest growing demographic when it comes to cigar. So anyone who don't want to date a woman who knows refined taste, who knows how knows the palate, they're missing out. They're cutting themselves short on being an amazing person who's more refined than somebody else. So like, Apple, for sure.
You're missing out on a boss chick. You're doing a disservice to yourself, sir.
Well, I need to answer to you as well. It was 2003. I was in South Africa, and I started smoking cigars there. And when I come back to Greece, I experienced many stereotypes from men and women that I am a hooker. And oh yeah, in Greece. And I was a public figure. And I was risking my career and my image. But I didn't give a fuck. And I decided to create and start a global movement to give the floor to women, but together with men, to create a space that we feel comfortable to express ourselves. And you and every of us, we are responsible at our presence here. I'm sorry that I am telling you, but we are responsible for our establishment in this world. This world is what it is. Fuck it. You are going to create your own space, your own world, and to have your own identity. That's why it's so global movement.
Absolutely.
And that's why. And real quickly, when people say, oh, I get in trouble. When people say stupid shit like that, oh, it's who's making the stars. Everyone, okay, I'm done with smoking cigars. Look at the pictures of the old Cuban women, 80 years old, smoking cigars. An integral piece of this culture, and any man involved in. You know what I'm saying? So again, fuck them. There was another question.
Yes. Yes, that's a question. So I've been doing cigars maybe about 8, 9 years now, and I've noticed that people within the culture kind of frown upon those who smoke sweet cigars. Why is that?
I didn't say nothing yet. So I will joke because that's what I do. So here's the thing: if you smoke flavored cigars for a long time, then you're not doing anything for your palate. And I'm just putting it nicely. You're not doing anything for your palate. You started with a flavor. You started with a Tatiana, Juicy Lucy, acid, a Cuba Cuba. I mean, this, you know, it's things that happen. They said you should make a Juicy Lucy. Absolutely. It was a huge seller. Trust me. And there was a whole lot of men smoking Juicy Lucy's and Cuba Cuba. Cuba Cuba at one point was the #1 selling cigar in the United States of America. That don't happen with just women. So it's a lot of dudes that smoking it. But what we want you to do is, it's okay if you start out that way. But now let's do a cigar with no flavor in it, mild, so you can get the actual flavors from the leaves. Now let's step up to a medium, maybe even a full, because cigar smoking is very much about the journey. So as you're smoking these different cigars, like, oh, I do like this one. Oh, it doesn't need to taste like blueberries and honey for me to enjoy. And cigars, I'm sorry, I can't pair, not disrespectfully, I think I'm gonna lose a sponsor for this, but there's nothing that I can pair a Ruby Blue with. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't come in the Capri Sun, you know, but when you're talking about, okay, well, this is a very mild cigar. What is it? Okay, it's creamy, it's this, it's that. Okay, great. So maybe you can do that with like a Sauvignon Blanc or a very light Zinfandel. So as you're journeying, we want you to open up your palate. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I know people who, they still got a Cuba Cuba in their box, and they got an Ash and BSG, and they got an open sex. So what you smoke, because at the end of the day, you bought it. That's it.
I have a comment for that question too, personally. For me, I think my only problem with it is because I feel like you smoke what you smoke, you pay for it. My problem with certain sweet cigars is that when you're smoking a premium stick and you really want to enjoy that stick and the aromas kind of collide, and it throws off the taste. So, and the price has nothing to do with it. But if somebody's smoking a Ruby Blue, which is about $10, and I'm smoking a $50, $60 stick, I don't want to ruin the flavors of my stick. And that's just with some of them, not some are overpowering that way, but some are a little overpowering. So for me, it's just that. But like whatever makes you happy, do it. And like Cigar Mike said, you may start off sweet, but it does do you justice to move on to maybe something creamy or coffee type flavor, something that's smooth, that'll kind of be mild and easy on your palate. And then you'll slowly graduate. You'll see like, okay, this is what I didn't expect this. And now you're going to move on to something else, before you know it, your palate is completely expanded, right?
Yeah.
Right. They don't allow it, right? Because, yeah, so with that particular lounge, I'm actually a member there. They do not, well, the premium cigar smokers don't want to smell it. So the lounge owners are, yeah.
It smells like somebody lit it now later. or potpourri.
I want to add something to that question. When we talk about, I would say flavor, but it doesn't work for me. Flavor cigar is something that opened the door for the newcomers. Now, here is my big point. You need to really know what type of cigar you're having. Are you having a flavor cigar or you are having an infused cigar? A lot of people that infuse cigars in that way, they use high quality tobacco, okay?
you mentioned some chocolate or creamy taste.
Mhm.
All right, this is more at the side of the tobacco as a crop, because tobacco has some natural flavor, but then when you have the chocolate infused, okay, it's gonna be a little bit smoother, but it's gonna be a entry level. Eventually, you are going to move to the regular cigar with no infused tobacco or flavored tobacco. That's what I say. And at the end, as we say, they say here, you pay. You pay. All right, we are going over there. The Holy Spirit have to be away, but it's up to I'm going to give you two more. That's it.
I want to say shout out to Stoney.
We're going to go ahead and close out this portion of our live while the conversation continues. But this is our cigar pairing 101 for Cigar Week 2026 in Chicago. Right.
But I also will say,
on the note of women smokers,
disservice if you only stick with you go to you're doing a serious
smoking
service.
and
So many
evening
great
primrose
similar flavor or similar move or similar
by
not flavoring you. So
my favorite folks,
I think
Southern Draw.
you're gonna grow out of that palette. You're just gonna grow out of it.
Fantastic.
There's so many better things out there for sure.
Definitely should. We have another audience question.
Okay,
All right.
I'm Len Thompson.
I think this is it. Are we wrapping up?
We're going to come back later on at
Okay.
event number 2.
Right.
And we're going to talk to you more about the love of this leaf.
Let you guys in on
Okay.
is the cigar community is learning. We're understanding women are playing a huge part, like you said, okay, of cigar smoke.
You just watched the Smoking Jacket broadcast. Tune in on July 28th as we recap Chicago Cigar Week 2026. We will break down what happened at each event and share some of our favorite moments, vendors, cigars, and lounges. And after that, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program.